it's time.
All right, here we go.
Cocktail show.
Get ready to have a good time.
Let's have a good time.
This is exciting, isn't it?
Oh, I like that.
Hello, testing.
Welcome aboard the Dreamliner.
It's the only way to fly.
Wow.
I've allotted 1 hour for recreational activity. There's no time for irrelevant conversation. Fun will now commence.
Cocktail show.
Gary.
Here's a young speaker who is really in demand.
Don't let that go to your head, Gary.
But wait, there's more.
I'm the guy.
Finger guns.
Gary Meier.
3, 2, 1, 0.
It's the Garry Meier Show, Cocktail Hour, live!
Cocktails. Ooh, drinks.
We're streaming live at 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 Central.
On Friday, September 27th, 2024. And of course, no matter where you are, it's time for a digital mimosa. This week's show opening abbreviated due to Hurricane Helene. Hurricane Helene wreaking havoc in the Gulf of Mexico and beyond, fall 2024.
The best way to watch this show is the GarrForce Live YouTube channel.
YouTube. Subscribe to the GarrForce Live YouTube channel.
All of the past editions of the Cocktail Hour can be replayed on the GarrForce Live YouTube channel.
Please like and share the show on all the social media channels.
Comments during the live show, wherever we are streaming, can be seen in our virtual studio.
We may show them on the screen
and or talk about them.
That's good. Disappeared.
Thank you for your attention.
Now, fasten your seatbelts. It's time to go wheels up on the GarrForce Live.
Live.
Here we go. On America's podcast. Boom. Shakalaka.
Hello, welcome. All right, you heard what's going to happen in the opening there. We have Leslie and Ryan at Matt's barn, and I want to get a report before I kick the tires, or should I kick the tires, light the fires? Have they turned the music off in the barn yet, Alan?
Leslie's nodding her head yes.
Okay, let's do that then. I want to kick the tires, light the fires, and we're going to do the other sequence that has to happen every Friday on the Cocktail Show to get wheels up, the removal of the wine condom. There she is.
He had a Josh Chardonnay waiting for me when I showed up here. I mean, this place couldn't be more accommodating, and what a fun group of people already assembled and more on the way. So yeah, this is going to be a good one. So here you go. And
all right.
Look at that. Oh, we got some buoyancy here. So 3.
Here we go.
2.
3. Straight up and down.
Up and down.
Up and down. Up and down.
Cheers,
all
y'all.
Right. All right. Yeah. Here we go.
Drinking out of a plastic cup today because,
Wow, that's barn behavior. That's nice barn behavior.
You got it.
Last Friday in September. Let's drink up, sailors. All right.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, and you got your own wind machine. They give you a wind machine. That's nice.
Wasn't that cool? Yeah, just for a little ambiance here.
Well, speaking of wind, we have to ask Alan how he fared overnight with the hurricane in Orlando. Alan, you're on with us, so you didn't lose electricity.
Yeah, I was pretty fortunate. My neighborhood came through pretty unscathed. In fact, here I'll show you a quick clip of the worst debris my house experienced. It's a whole 30 seconds, and it's
this was very scary.
It's rather amusing. Hey, it's not scary. It's amusing.
It's amusing.
Here it is.
Does he amuse you?
Yeah.
Wow, I'm surprised David Muir doesn't use your video.
It's not an oscillating sign, so
That's funny.
There were no gas station roofs to be ripped off, so instead you got a pool toy, and you got a free pool toy, which is kind of cool.
Who would leave their pool toy out when there's a hurricane coming?
Well, that would be my next door neighbor because if you notice, there were two pool toys that flew in the frame. He retrieved one of them and he wondered what happened to the other one. But I had texted him, and earlier the wind was doing this, which is what the palm trees are supposed to do in the wind.
Yeah. So you dodged a bullet, is what you're saying.
Just in case of any flooding, wouldn't that have been the smart thing to do? You just strap yourself to it, Alan.
One of my friends, it was actually a fairly heavy ring, and one of my friends told me he had taken his dog out last night during the wind, and the dog almost flew away. And I'm like, well, his dog was lighter than that ring.
Why would he take his dog out in the middle
Toto
of this?
too.
Well, the dog has to go. The dog has to go.
Yeah, all right. Okay. All right. Well, some areas of Florida got whopped. Or whacked. Whop.
Yeah, what?
Oh, oops.
You can say it because you're
Whopped.
Italian.
Whacked.
Ooh.
With all due respect. Wow. Okay. I've only had 2 sips. Yeah, the northern part of the state, right, Alan, got run over.
Well, down in Tampa, St. Pete area, they got a whole lot of coastal surge. In fact, it was unprecedented. Feet and feet of water coming up from the ocean into the streets. I saw pictures of streets in Clearwater underwater. I know areas down in St. Pete were underwater. The water situation in St. Pete was so bad. The sewerage facility is at such a low elevation that people had to stop using their toilets and their sinks because there's no way to pump it out. Up in the north, they got hit by those winds really, really hard. And then there's flooding even north of that. It was still a Category 2 when it went up into Georgia. We here in Orlando really dodged it. I mean, we were quite a distance from the center, and although this storm was huge, the outer bands just didn't do a heck of a lot here. But there was still, in my county alone, Orange County, there were still more than 10,000 without power at the height of it here. I know over in Tampa it was 250,000, and I think statewide it's over 1 million.
And we have people in the comment section that are getting hit in various parts.
Thank you.
Yeah, all right. There it is. That's why we have the graphic, because I can't get it right.
There you go.
All right, let's start at the top.
It blew over in the storm. That's
right. I'm lucky to even have this door right now. Who's up? Kellyanne. Can Helene do all 4 cycles of an engine or just the one? Asking for my schnauzer. The 4 cycles: suck, squeeze, bang, blow.
So, my feeling about this storm, I was so excited to see it coming because of the tie I have to it, but it is so being pronounced the wrong way, because the pronunciation of my middle name, which is Helene, is Helene. It's the French pronunciation, and everybody's calling it Helene. And I used to get that in school, and it pissed me off.
All
so,
right, well,
for the sake of the show, can we just call it Helene today?
Don't worry. Hurricane Leslie a week after next is going to be a real pain in the rear end.
Yeah, we got another one coming with your first name. And who else is here? Let's see. Charles from WRLR in Gurnee, Illinois. He's not in the cone. He's good. And Martin, British Columbia, not in the cone.
Not in the cone.
He's good. Lloydster, these people are here every week. If Jim Cantori shows up in your neighborhood, run. Yes.
And I did hear about somebody who saw his mom called him and said, Jim Cantori just showed up in your area. You better get out of there right now.
Get out. A very popular meme this weekend was a picture of Cantori with the caption that said, "Welcome to Florida. I'm Jim. I'm going to be your tour guide."
Mike, speaking of the sail drone video, remember waterbeds, motion of the ocean.
How those things ever became as popular as they were is beyond me.
They were.
Did you ever sleep on one?
I'm sure
They were hot as freaking Yeah, I'm sure you slept around. But
that didn't take long.
Sorry. But they were incredibly hot, as I recall, because you were sunk down into it, and then there was the sloshing beside.
Yeah,
sorry.
sloshing. more sloshing for the sloshing.
If
They were
this
hot.
is
Not only were they
sloshin',
hot,
we ain't
they were
moshin', yeah.
yeah, they were hot in sales and actual body temperature.
Exactly.
Dale getting blown in Wheatfield, Indiana, and I'm sure the weather's bad too. And who else is here? David R. It's windy outside. Told my wife would hold the schnauzer very tight, and she said, "Oh yes." That's
Very nice.
David R. And Greg, he's in Tacoma, Georgia, weathering the storm with a Terrapin Beer Company Depth Perception Imperial IPA, 9.1% APV, and a big J of Acapulco Gold ready to go.
Holy smokes. You're
Smokes
gonna
is
be
right.
floating away.
Oh,
Yeah.
smoke them if you got them. Bradley, Scottsdale AZ, 112, not a cloud in the sky. He's out of the cone. We're all doomed. Let's just enjoy. Susan from WRLR in Gurnee. Susan is with Chuck, I'm sure. David from Aurora, Illinois, headed to the Bears game Sunday. Wow. I hope it's worth it.
Oh, they're saying by Sunday, this team is going to have it so together.
Okay.
It may have been off to a rocky start, but this Sunday, everything changes.
Yeah, okay, right.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's what they said the last 30, 40 years. Mike
Exactly.
and Pat from Lake Barrington going to check out BonJourneyed tonight at Matt's Barn.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
I got to hear sound check, and we'll probably get a taste of the band here shortly. And we're going to meet some of the band members throughout the show too. But yeah, it's sounding really good.
Northwest Indiana, Kevin, and we're going to see a medley of some of the songs that they're covering from Bon Jovi and Journey. Deb checking in after relatives in Clearwater and St. Pete were blessed with no damage. Yeah, man, I don't know how you can live there and know that these things just keep coming year after year.
Well,
for the most part.
It's like living in the hills around California, and they're so gorgeous most of the time, or living on a beautiful piece of property next to a river, and it's super cool when you buy it, and then
it's in the river. It's down by the river.
Well, and then the river comes up by you and is now taking over.
You really have lakefront or riverfront property. Mac, Queen Creek AZ, actually with a temp of 110, a little cooler than the other area we just talked about.
Very nice.
Yeah, happy Friday to you, brother. Norm, Harvard, Illinois, northwest corner of McHenry County at the Cheddar Curtain. I'm sure Ryan's been through that area a number of times.
Probably like 3 times today alone, right?
Yeah. Ron,
Ryan
hello.
has only driven probably about 2.5, 3 hours
today.
Just to get to this point today. Yeah. So
today, yeah.
We have that going for us.
RP from TP, which I assume is Tinley Park, Illinois, home of Bettenhausen and my high school. Love the show. I'm sure you got a good one for us tonight, as Steve Harvey would say. That's our plan every week. We go in with that attitude. Hopefully it turns out.
There you go.
Thomas and Deb checking in from Whitewater, Wisconsin. Good luck at the barn. Stay goof-free. That's always our goal. So far, so good.
So far, so
Michael,
good.
San Antone on board. Hey, nice. TX, how you doing? And Deborah.
Is that San Antonio, Texas, Gary? You always love when people have to clarify.
I have among my many quirks, I hate, as you know, when people say across the pond. That makes me cringe. And I hate when people give the state as if we wouldn't know where Chicago, New York, or Los Angeles is, and San Antone.
Even Houston, Pittsburgh, and
there are
Oklahoma
if it has,
City.
Okay, there are several Parises. There's one in France. There's one in Texas. So if it has multiples, yes, clarify.
Right.
But let's go with we should know that the major cities. I don't think there are more than one Houston. Okay, you know where Houston is?
Yeah. Otherwise, it's somewhere in the Midwest, and they pronounce it Houston. Oh no, that's New York, and it's Houston Street.
Houston Street, yes. Deb, Ed, Crystal Lake, Illinois, And Donna, hello.
San
How you
Antonio,
doing?
Iowa.
San Antonio, Montana.
Iowa.
Okay. Deborah, everyone is keeping their schnauzer dry today, we hope. Yeah, it's wet across the country, except in Arizona. And Kathy, hello. How are you? There's her baby picture, apparently.
Oh,
That's nice. And Kathleen, hello. I see Dawn. She's with the other. Who was the guy from TP just a few minutes ago? I'm trying to remember. Who did we just talk to from TP?
it was seconds ago. We have the attention span of gnats.
Well, I'm going. I got a screen door in my face. I can't remember everything.
There is that.
Uh-huh. All right. Good to see the Pedersons checking in from Tinley Park. Sandy from Lindenhurst, Illinois. And a couple more. Bill, Glendale, AZ. Stupid hot again. It is the desert. Last week was a tease. It cooled off last week, but Stephen, always checking in. Always like hearing from you, Stephen. Palos Heights, Illinois. Doggy Boy, Lombard, woof woof. Doggy Boy was very excited that I played the Guess Who in the tease show today. He's a big Guess Who fan. He had met the lead singer Burton Cummings a number of years ago. And I'm glad that you enjoyed that. All the music played on the GarrForce brought to you by the Buddy Bear Car Washes in the Chicago area. They just opened up a new Buddy Bear Car Wash in Chicago, and the first 10,000 people will get a free car wash. First 10,000.
How nice is that?
Yes.
That's incredible.
Now,
and
George,
they provide us with a lot of swag as well. As
they do. And George, who is my Buddy Bear liaison and chief engineer, he's in the barn with y'all. And
he is. He helped set us up with some nice Wi-Fi.
Yep. All right.
George, you here?
There he is.
There's 10,000 free car washes.
Where's the location if you're in the Chicago area?
83rd and the Dan Ryan Expressway on the south side of Chicago. It's awesome.
Going off Dan Ryan, the famous Dan Ryan. I've driven that a million times in my life.
It's called the Damn Ryan, but that's okay.
Damn Ryan. I liked it in the 60s and 70s when there were packs of wild dogs that would just roam the banks of the Dan Ryan. So if you had a flat tire, you would go to the inner shoulder, which is more dangerous, but you wouldn't be attacked by wild dogs by going to the other shoulder. Just a few things to know back then. Yeah.
That's great.
Well, come on over. Get your car washed.
Urban living. George, everything good technically? You got the thumbs up?
Well, you got the best two people on air right here, right next to me, and you've got all the power strips and all the Wi-Fi's. Yeah, it's great fun. We got three angles,
feed.
3 cameras tonight. 3
cameras, no waiting.
Yep.
All right, get your car a bear hug if you're near that car wash. All right. Okay, so we've seen the barn before when Oh Yes is played, and this is your first time in the barn, and it is beautiful as we
spectacular.
From you being there, you can confirm.
I can confirm. We didn't know if it was like maybe these days one never knows what's real, what's not. There can be all sorts of CG effects, and with a big fancy classy show like ours, we have access to all that technology. But no, this is the real thing, and there are people already getting ready to party. There's some harmonies I'm hearing. They're practicing. We sat through part of the sound check, and the band sounding really good. The band tonight, by the way, is providing us with some swag for our giveaway. I should mention that. And the band is Journey. Is that not a cool t-shirt?
Wow.
That.
I got the Journey and Jovi mojo going there.
They certainly do. So that's going to be part of our giveaway. I brought the giveaway with us so that I'd be able to show you all the cool things that you'll be able to win later in the show.
And if you didn't hear the lead up to this, what the band members from Oh Yes have done with Brian and Matt, who we've had on a number of times, they decided through some research that bands that do tributes to very popular bands seem to be getting all of the work. So they thought we can do that. And they found some other band members that are providing the voice of Steve Perry for the Journey songs. And we're going to talk to Tyler Holcomb, who is doing the vocals on the Journey songs. that is not an easy task.
No.
Yeah, Steve Perry's voice. I thought
that his voice is incomparable, and that nobody can do it justice. Tyler is already doing it some justice.
Yeah. And we'll talk to him and Brian and Matt, and then Caity Sheridan, as we mentioned in the opening, we'll be doing a Gen Z report because she's part of the band.
Caity should be here soon, but she's en route, so we're waiting on.
She had to work, and she's coming from work, and we'll talk to her a little later about several things that I found that they have tagged onto the Gen Z demographic, and I want to see if it's true. She's in that demographic. She's 24. She just turned 24, right?
You know what? And if you're 24, just stick with it for the next 10 to 12 years. Just say, I'm 24.
There's your wind machine working.
There it is.
You got a foot pedal, right?
Guys. There's some.
You have a foot pedal when you want to activate it. You just turn it on. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. That's gonna be
there, there's Ryan's wife doing her
nobody
windmill.
wants to see my armpits. Garry especially. You've had enough armpits to last you the rest of your life, thanks to Lumi and all those other
okay.
Deodorant
Those commercials. Yeah, don't be putting your armpit in the camera on a commercial and then telling me you have odor not only there but everywhere else. I'm out.
Yeah,
that's enough.
TMI. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. So Ryan is there, and he will be doing some talk about Wisconsin. One of the things that impressed me from Ryan this week is how much the gas is near his house. Gas prices have been going down around the country. Is it as cheap as it is in Wisconsin, in your area? Because, Ryan, can you put up, is he available?
I do. Hello. Yep. I have the, that's what I paid today. I think I sent it to you all. I have the photo there. There it is. $269 for.
64.9.
Yeah, 260.
Are you dyslexic?
Yes, I am.
Wow, that's sweet. I never thought I'd see a 2 in that first position anymore, but there it is. But that's in Wisconsin, and it's down. It seems everywhere. Leslie, what are you paying?
$379 when we were coming here today. I think we saw it $379 in Cook County.
That was Cook County. In DuPage, where I live, around $3.55 a gallon.
Okay. I don't know what we're hoping for here. We didn't learn our lesson 50 years ago, and here we are still going, what is the gas spike? Because
I'm switching my car to solar. I don't know if you know that, but I'm getting the panels, but it's going to be fun.
We don't learn a lesson about how a lot of the oil reserves were in countries that are hostile to us, or get an electric car from this man who also makes tequila.
Yes.
When he's not working on the cars or the rockets or the flamethrowers, he's working on tequila.
Isn't he going to Mars next? Don't we have a trip to Mars?
Any day now. Yeah. Right. That's what he's going to do. He's leaving here, going to set up shop on Mars, and screw this planet. It's toast. We're done with this. Okay. You getting ready for Christmas? What's that, Ryan?
I don't know. That was Alan.
You said we're done with the planet, so I put something that was burning on the planet.
All right.
Oh, very nice of you. Oh, there you go.
All right.
You said toast. I could have put up the toast. I mean, that's
there. That's the
I know I've made it when I've got my visage in a piece of toast. That's when you know you've made it. So now we've seen this part of the barn, and can you give us an idea of the square footage and some of the amenities before I make a bid?
We're limited with the amount that we can show, including these people getting like crazy sexy behind me. Lordy, and it's not even 5:30. You kids, you cut it out already. Keep it together. This is a family show with lots of swears.
Oh, George, if you go over to George, he can show you around. If you cut.
But there you go. That's pretty. And that's good enough, George. That's good enough.
Oh, okay. I don't want to give away any secrets.
I was going to say we're right back into those pandemic era Zooms where the spouse walks in behind the live camera
and if you'll recall that montage they did of the song Imagine, Do you remember that when everybody was weeping? That's when people were sitting in their palatial mansions and crying on at their pool decks and stuff like that. And I can never look at Linda Carter the same way again, because she didn't bother to look at what was going on behind her. And you could see in her bathroom, and she had shit all over her countertops. It's like, girl, buy yourself a cabinet. Put it somewhere or clear some of that out. It's so disturbing. So
and
yeah, we want to keep
these people are in show business. And apparently if somebody doesn't tell them what to do, they have no idea how it works.
You know, if there's not and we talked about that this week, where they love to use the lingo. So unless there's a gaffer or a best boy or a showrunner to tell you what to do, they've got no idea.
No, I'll just show all my
like
deodorants on a shelf. Yeah. So Ryan picked you up and did the journey from your place, and now he will deposit you back and then drive another 8 hours. So today he logged about
I'm totally lifting
miles
from here. This boy needs to go home.
It's all good.
Oh, okay.
No.
All right. We have.
Did you?
But I will not be drinking and driving. Once again, we do drink on this show. We do not condone drinking and driving. It is not acceptable.
Did you want to talk to Tyler, Garry, before? Because I don't think Caitlin's here yet. So do you want me to round him up?
Yeah, is Tyler available?
Yeah.
Hang on. I'll go get him.
Do you want to pull me? Yeah, because I'm going to switch headphones then, and he'll grab this connection. So,
hey, Tyler, he's here. Oh, this is so exciting. And it turns out that you guys have like some history.
Well, we were talking a
you
couple
have
minutes
history
ago.
with at least a half a dozen people.
I know, it's 6 degrees
and
of
the crowd
separation
hasn't
here
even shown up yet. Yeah.
Tonight. And Tyler sits down earlier and says to me, "You know my mother from a number of years ago because she was in charge of this charity for mental health, and you were at an event one night and you won a car at that event." And yes, that is what happened. I bought one ticket and I won this car. I still have the car from 30 years ago. And Tyler's mother was in charge of that event. And then he tells me the following year, your brother won?
My brother won the car the next year. Yeah.
So that's good mojo from your mother, I guess.
She picked her two favorite guys. What can I say?
Hey, Alan, his feed is a little muddy.
I think Ryan has the other earpiece. Yeah, there you go.
Am I upside down?
There it is.
Is that better?
You were upside down. And you're in a band. This is interesting. You can't use the ear pods.
No kidding.
You're in a band.
I'm in a band, but I guess my mom.
Wait, I should mention that he's in a band and he's really talented beside. I heard this. I can swear.
Well, he's doing the Steve Perry parts. He has to be.
It's grueling. It's no joke.
Tyler, what's your background? How did you hook up with Brian and Matt from Oh Yes?
So Matt and I was in my first band in high school with Matt. So I went to Fremd High School. He went to St. Viator. We had mutual friends, and our first band was called Incognito, and it was an all original band. And we did the high school variety show circuit, circa 1993, 1994. And we, Matt's going to jump on here, I think, too. But we won the Fremd variety show. We won Hersey variety show, St. Viator's variety show. We would just go across high schools and clean house. And I went to college at University of Iowa. Matt went off to college at Augustana. We kind of went separate ways, but we stayed in touch through the music scene. And last summer, we connected at a show that we were doing together with my band Aura and his band Oh Yes. And we got to talking backstage, and we said, what if we did something together? It's been too many years. We have so much in common. We both love music. We both love this genre of music. His favorite band is Bon Jovi. He is a great Bon Jovi. I can sing Steve Perry sometimes. And we said, let's put something together. And I had this idea about 10 years ago, and I actually had the domain name saved. and it was just sitting there. And I said, I've got this idea. I've got this domain saved. Let's do BonJourneyed. And that's kind of how it all started. And unfortunately, there's a band out of Pennsylvania called BonJourneyed. So we added the ED, and we're trademarked now in Illinois, BonJourneyed. As I heard you guys say the other day. So that's the story.
Well, it's not easy to replicate Steve Perry's voice, and even Journey was probably surprised when they saw a video of this guy that is their lead singer on Facebook or YouTube. It was a YouTube. He was putting these videos out doing Journey songs, and they went, well, Steve Perry doesn't want to do this anymore. We'll hire this guy, and he's been with them for years and hits those notes, and I'm assuming you do pretty well yourself.
You know, most nights, although as we were talking about before, you know, Arnell had a rough night in Rio last weekend, and he's taken all sorts of heck for it, which is really too bad because, you know, you could have 1,000 nights in a row where you're singing right on key, you're hitting all the notes, you're going high and hitting all that high stuff. And if you have one bad night because you're sick, you have a sinus infection, you're tired, unfortunately, because of social media, everybody only focuses on that one bad night. And my heart really goes out to him because it's not easy doing this night after night. And unlike, you know, a guitar player or a drummer or a bass player or a keyboard player, when you're sick, you can show up and still do the gig. But when your instrument is your voice, it's not that easy. And it's definitely kind of a weird thing. You know, I think Matt always talks about being a singer is a little bit like golf. Some days you're right on it, and some days it's tough, you know.
Have you heard beyond the guy who is the lead singer for Journey now? What's his name?
Arnell Pineda.
And and how many other guys have you heard that can hit those notes like Steve Perry?
You know,
not many.
No. I mean, that's a very unique voice. I don't even think Steve Perry can hit those notes anymore.
That's why he's not doing it.
Yeah, well, probably not. I think there's probably a handful of guys in every city that can do it, you know, every weekend. And I feel very, very blessed to be able to do it most nights.
Well, we're anxious to hear what we're going to hear here in a few minutes is a medley of what you guys have put together that you're going to be touring with.
Wait till Journey hears it. Wait till Journey hears it.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah. Wait till Journey
I'm sure
hears
they'll be impressed. And you found, as I mentioned, that having a tribute band gets people motivated to hire you more because that seems to be the thing right now.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think you know, if you're taking the weekend to go to Lake Geneva or you're in downtown St. Charles and you're looking for something to do, you know, these bands are not. Well, let's face it, they're getting older, right? And they're not touring like they used to. The other side of the coin is you know, who wants to spend $500 a ticket when you can go for, you know, $20, $25, $30 and get the experience at a local theater. And by the way, you'll have maybe just as much fun, you know, suspend disbelief and still enjoy all those memories that the music brought you back to from when you were in high school.
We're finding Sorry, guys.
I was going to say, Matt, the band is you, Brian, and Tyler, and who else is in the band?
So you got Marty Craven. It's kind of a legend in the music scene around here in town. Plays in a couple different bands. He plays in Rock Brigade. But we grew up kind of like looking up to Marty as a guitar player with Rhodes and Craven, and we were tickled pink when he took the offer of playing guitar for this band. So Marty Craven's on guitar. Doc Watson is with Oh Yes. He's our keyboard player. Brought him over from Oh Yes. And then Brian, you know Brian, of course, on bass. And we're having a grand old time. And just to pick up what Tyler was saying a little bit too is, you know, when we were younger playing in bands, the venue, you know, we couldn't wait. Oh, sorry, Joe. Shit.
Yeah.
And Joey on drums, of course, Joe Lynch.
Joe Potter Lynch.
Joe Potter Lynch. The older we're getting, the earlier we're playing. And our demographic is starting to, you know, what time do you go on? We tell them we go on at 10 o'clock and they go, oh God. But when we go on at 7:30 and we play till 10, our demographic is starting to like that more. So this band, just to pick up on the whole tribute idea. Our audience is now going to these concerts as if they're going to a movie, and they're sitting down and they're getting popcorn in a pop or a soda, whichever you prefer, and they're watching our band like it's their Friday night entertainment. So we're catching on to it a little bit.
Is Caity part of the Caity Sheridan is part of Oh Yes? Is she part of this?
She's not. She's not. Six boys. But if she ever comes on out, there's a great duet Bon Jovi does with Jennifer Nettles, Who Says You Can't Go Home. So if she's ever at a show, and we know that song and Oh Yes, it'd be great to bring her up and feature it. But no, she's not in it, just a boy band.
Okay. Should we play that tape now, Alan, and get a feel for what these guys have put together?
Sure.
Let's do that. Here's the BonJourneyed sampler. Well, I'm not surprised how good that sounds.
Thank you.
Well, I've got to ask, you do Don't Stop Believin', right? You have to at this point because that is such a massive hit after The Sopranos 17 years ago. It's still, when I hear it, I think of Meadow trying to parallel park and the end of that series.
Marty.
You do that, you got to do Don't Stop Believin', right?
Tell Marty and Joe to come over.
He's muted, Alan.
We do that song.
Yeah.
He's muted on his end. He's muted on his end, yeah.
I think I'm better now. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Meet Joe Lynch. Joe Lynch is the drummer.
Hey,
Marty,
Joe.
introduce yourself, Marty. And then Doc, you guys know Doc, and of course, Brian, come on in. Come say hello.
Hey, that's the guy that was handling that woman earlier on the camera there.
That's Marty Craven.
There you go. There we go. Hey, congratulations, guys. Sounds great.
Thank
I'm
you
going to
so
tune
much.
off. We have guests arriving, so I'm going to tune off.
Okay.
Garry, thank you.
All right. Thanks, Matt. Appreciate the invite.
Garry, to answer your question, we absolutely have to do Don't Stop Believin'. I think they'd hang us. So yes, that is a must.
Have you seen the documentary, the Wise Guy, David Chase documentary about the making of The Sopranos that's been running on HBO?
It's on my must-see list. I have not seen it yet, but everybody's talking about it.
Yeah, I talked about it on the show where when David came with that song to end the series, he said the reaction was so negative from everybody that worked on the show. he said, I knew it was the right song as soon as I got that reaction.
Absolutely.
And it works. The lyrics
Yeah.
work and everything else. Yeah. And you wouldn't think, if somebody said, we're going to end the Sopranos with Don't Stop Believing by Journey, just on paper, that would not look right.
Yeah.
But when you see it all put together, it works perfectly.
And I think it was a win-win. I think Journey's song has become, Don't Stop Believing has become the most downloaded single in history. And I think a lot of it was because of the Soprano. Well, it was the White Sox winning the World Series. They had, they kind of, that was their theme song the year before, and then they ended the series after that. But absolutely, I think it was great timing, and I think it was perfect for both of them. Had you heard how Steve Perry said he had to clear it with him first before he gave him permission to use the song? He wanted to make sure it wasn't going to be used in a scene where somebody was getting whacked. He said that was the one stipulation.
Right. It wasn't a slam dunk. He didn't just go, yeah, it's the Sopranos. It had to be in the right scene.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And when you see that ending again, because they show it in the documentary, it's a perfect ending in that you don't know what happened. And one of the people involved in the show said, well, if somebody came in and whacked the whole family, then 20 minutes later, well, that's that. And you forget all about it. To this day, exactly. 17 years later, we're still talking about it.
Absolutely. I think in hindsight, it was the right choice.
Yeah, it was great. Well, Tyler, it was nice meeting you, and I'm anxious to see you guys in person someday.
Thank you, and thank you for letting me tell that story again. It was a story that we tell often in our household. The day that Garry Meier won the car at the Mental Health Association Gala. So thank you.
Well, thank you, and then say hello to your mother for me, please.
I will. Cheers.
All right, Tyler Holcomb. Yeah, I that night had I knew there was an auction, and I saw on the ticket they listed these prizes they were auctioning off, and I said to myself, I'm going to win that car tonight, and I won that car. And that's what you do, Leslie. You put it out to the universe. Ellen, she's muted.
She's
You're
muted on her end.
On your end.
No, it's muted on my end because, trying to keep things under control.
Well, one foot is controlling the fan, the other is the microphone.
Exactly, to get the right blowing effect here. But yeah, it's that. What is that? The promise? Is that thing where you're supposed to just manifest? Secret. Oh, the secret. There you go.
Put it out there. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, guess who just showed up? Our Gen Z reporter. Yeah.
There she is. Caity, how you doing?
She's muted too. Ryan, she's muted.
A lot of muting. Unmute, please.
Well, it's just so we don't get a lot of feedback here. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Hello, how are you guys?
Good.
I just came running in.
Then we can do a few things here, and then in a couple of minutes we can do the Gen Z report.
Sure.
How about that? Okay.
Sounds good.
Let's Leslie, can you tell us
before we do that, let's set up the giveaway because we've got a lot to do. And what else could we do today except BonJourneyed? So BonJourneyed. So there you go. BonJourneyed is going to be your hashtag today. And so in addition to that t-shirt, of course, we have to have our regular Oh Yes gear. So we've got an Oh Yes t-shirt as well. Ta-da! Along with the other Oh Yes swag that we love so much, including a koozie, a bracelet, and somewhere in here is a guitar pick too. Hold on, I got my bag of tricks. It's been a little windy, so I've kept things under wraps. So there you go. In addition, we've got, from I guess it was Greg in Decula who gave us the Hot Wheels that we're going to give away. We've got our, not ice cubes, but cool cubes that flash like disco balls in your drink. We've got a ball liquor because that's important to everything. Let's see. Oh, Scott from Scott's Vintage Antiques and Collectibles gave us that. I don't even know what it is, but it's a hell of a patch. Go ahead, put that on your shirt.
Patch.
Or your jacket. What else? Oh, also Scott provides us with X-ray goggles.
X-ray specs.
You can't keep X-ray specs unless you have wipes, lens wipes to keep them clean.
Right.
Alan has provided us with Garry Meier. Ooh, what are we at? We are at 17 of 20 of this batch of refrigerator magnets. And finally, these, I don't know. I was presented with this right before we started. It's a Leslie Kyling luggage tag. It's kind of creepy. It's creeping me out.
There you go. You'll never lose your luggage again.
Oh, Lordy. I think that's...
Just imagine it on the belt when you're waiting for your luggage and you see that go by.
You know what? I wouldn't put that on my own luggage, but whatever. And
the listener
once again,
decide
the prize that started it all, your very own wine tag.
There it is. Okay. There's the phrase that pays. BonJourneyed. Put it in the comment section, and then Alan will hit the button in a few minutes and give all that stuff away. Let's do the homage to our fine sponsors, starting with the fine people at Bettenhausen Automotive.
Bettenhausen Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram on 159th Street in Tinley Park has your ticket to anywhere. Right now, during Jeep Adventure Days, get $11,000 off your new Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited, new Jeep Wrangler Sahara, or new Jeep Gladiator. Get $16,000 off a new Ram 1500 Bighorn, $10,000 off a new Chrysler Pacifica. Choose from over 900 vehicles. Showroom open 24/7 at BettenhausenCDJR.com.
900 vehicles on the lot. Bring a lunch because you're going to be okay, that's one. Okay, that's the 25th vehicle. That's the 55th. Okay, we've got 800 some to go. All right. And the rates have come down to buy a home. And I talked to David the other day. He said the market has loosened up now. It's getting really busy. So if you need some help, get a free consultation. And then hopefully you'll do business with David Hochberg on a mortgage or refi or any of that stuff. Those are the numbers. David's a great guy, and he will save you money if you like saving money. Maybe you don't, but he likes to save you money. All right. Ryan.
Wow, that's a hell of a prize package, you guys.
Look at that. You're already packaging it up.
Wow.
All right. Ryan, you'll be on after Caity, because Katie's going to want to get this done and get into the partying atmosphere there. That's going to happen. So I pulled out some things that have been tagged to the Gen Z demographic, and I want to see if these are true. One of them we've talked about, where Gen Zs are, when they're at the supermarket, they're putting certain things in their cart to indicate that they're looking for a date, and one of those things is an upside-down pineapple. Have you heard of this?
I've heard of pineapples used to indicate you're a swinger. I have not heard it in terms of looking for a date, but I do know a lot of people, like couples, will put pineapples out in their house to show that they are open to having more than just their relationship in the relationship.
They put a pineapple on their front porch.
Yes, but I haven't heard about in the cart.
Okay, and in that same vein, if you have a bag of lentils, that means you want a long-term relationship.
By the
if
way,
you have a lettuce, short-term.
I've heard from the swinger crowd. Somebody I know lives next door to some swingers, and you can even put pineapple like decorations on your front door. So it's more that, and you'll go to like Hobby Lobby and places like that these days, and there are a lot of pineapple decorations for doors. So it doesn't have to be real.
I'm going to have to look at Hawaii a whole different way now.
Yeah, I mean,
Hawaii
even if you go into somebody's house and they've got pineapple decor everywhere, you're like, why did you invite me here?
So you've been in this situation?
Not personally, but
Yeah.
I do know people that have been like, there's a lot of pineapples here. I'm not sure how I feel.
Okay. All right. Here's the next thing. Gen Z women are having success showers where they get a job promotion and they want to celebrate it. So they have a shower for themselves about being promoted. Have you heard of this?
Like a shower, like a shower?
Like a
or
baby
like
shower. No. Like a baby shower, wedding shower. You've heard of those.
Yeah, I must be a very bad Gen Z because I've never heard of it.
Never heard of that one.
if that's a party I can do, I want to, and I will use that if I ever get a promotion.
But you just got a really good job not too long ago. Did you think about having a party for yourself?
I did not. I did not think of that at all. I mean, I went to Halloween Horror Nights. Like, I got back from Halloween Horror Nights the day before, so I feel like I used that as my celebration. But it wasn't actually for that. I just kind of made it be that. So I've not heard of that, to be quite honest.
Speaking of going to work, if we touched on this last time, Gen Zs like going into an office because they like decorating their desk and everything. Is that true? Where you go into your office and you want to decorate your desk?
God, I should send you a picture of my desk. My desk is like probably, I work with, everybody else I work with is like 30s, 40s, 50s. Nobody else has decorations on their desk except for me. And I probably spent like $100 on Amazon or more just so that I can make my desk look cute. It's like I'm there for 8 hours, right? So I want it so cute and cozy.
Yes.
So
okay.
We love to, we call them our trinkets.
Well,
yes.
It's like
Trinkets,
buying a good mattress. You're spending a third of your life there. You may as well make it something that you love and that you feel comfortable with. So
I go in, I put on my little lights, and I kind of just settle on in, and it's really nice. I've got a candy bowl for all of my coworkers that they can take candy out of. So
I worked with some people. We shared an office. It was a partition, and I was on this side, and they were on the other side. And they decorated the hell out of things hanging from the ceiling. And I mean, it was done to and I didn't mind it. I thought, and they were such great people that I thought if it bothered me before, their personalities made it so much fun. And cubicles are so drab and boring.
That's what we literally have this one section of our office that there's nothing there. So we have a Gen Z manager of our passenger sales side, and then we have like a couple other Gen Z people in my demographics, and we literally just bought a bunch of games from the dollar store, like Bozo Buckets and like what's it called, Bow and Arrow, so that we could play during the workday.
Okay.
And they'll let us go into the corner.
Nerf basketballs used to only be for upper management, but now they can be for the cubicle crowd as well.
Exactly.
And what about this thing? Gen Zs love 90s toys, Tamagotchis. You know what those are? Virtual
Tamagotchi?
Tamagotchi.
Yeah.
That was beyond where I was at that point. So Tamagotchi. Tamaguchi is the shoe that I wear.
My daughter had several Tamagotchis, and after like day 3, I was the one keeping that digital effer alive. I'm sorry. Like, I spent way too much time trying to keep. You have to feed them at certain times, or they die. And
Well,
my Tamagotchis and my Nintendogs are all dead, and they were probably dead when I was a kid too, because I was not good at taking care of them.
Have you seen a resurgence in your demographic lately?
I haven't, not with Tamagotchis, but I do know that like we do love toys from the 90s. Like, I know a lot of people that have started playing Game Boy and Nintendo again, just because it brings kind of back that nostalgia. And it's simple, you're not downloading an app on your phone. You can poke at it with a little stylus or buttons, and it's a different kind of feeling. So I would say that's kind of resurged a little bit.
May I just suggest that you go back another decade, maybe even 2. Go ahead and try Twister.
Yeah.
It's a killer.
You know what that is?
I'm down for some Twister. Yeah, I love it.
You know what that is.
There you go.
The new Tamagotchis have Wi-Fi capabilities.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
That's actually, I don't like that. That's getting too high tech for me.
Okay. All right.
I feel like it's supposed to be simple. So
always a pleasure, Caity, to hear your input on. You're 24, right?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. So she's in that sweet spot of the Gen Z demographic. It's from 11 to 27, 28, I believe.
And let me say, there's a lot of things I do not know. So it's a learning experience for me sometimes too.
And as we pointed out earlier in the show, from now on, when people ask you how old you are, stick with 24. It's a good place to be, and you can lie for a good long time and then work up incrementally from there.
True. I usually get I look about 19, so maybe I should just. I'm 21 forever. I'm so fun.
There you go. Or
Yeah,
for,
believe me, you're gonna
10 years.
cherish these days, Katie. Really.
Will do.
I know the cliche, they go fast, and we all laughed
they
at that
do.
age. And holy crap, how did this happen?
They do.
That's why we're drinking.
Almost October. Like, are you kidding me? The year is flown.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
You're a far way from this, but after 50, it's like you're having breakfast every 15 minutes.
That's crazy. Although I feel like I'm kind of there sometimes.
Oh, yeah? Wait. Just wait. All right. Caity Sheridan, you're not part of the BonJourneyed configuration, but you're still with Oh Yes, and you do such a great job with them.
Yep, here to support my dad and my band members from Oh Yes, and excited to see what new things BonJourneyed's got. I'm ready to dance and just kind of listen for once. I'm very excited.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good to see you, Katie. Thank you.
Good to see you. Thank you.
All right. And Ryan, let's bring Ryan on so we can do.
It's going to take a half a second for Ryan to hook up. But, the crowd is getting thicker here. Everybody's showing up. It's all happening. Isn't that the line from Almost Famous? Was it or Almost Famous?
When's the last time you were at a live band situation?
Golly, I realize it's been a while, and it's all happening. Although I am not going back to the hotel room with any of the band members tonight yet.
Like Almost Famous. All right. Got the googly eyes on. Ryan, how are you? What do you got? You got pictures?
Hey, I've got some pictures. I got some pictures from the week here. This is the
starter kit I had. This is where I got started in radio.
Yep.
That's an antique.
It is.
Jesus. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
What else? There we go.
Okay, I got a message from Jeff who said, "Hey, I know Luxardo cherries are expensive. They're on sale at Woodman's for $15.99. Now, Woodman's is a big chain in Wisconsin, Northern Illinois, and the Midwest, right?
Right. There's one close to Mass. So, yes.
That's a good price for Luxardo because they're usually 21, 22 bucks. Yeah. Gas is coming down. Luxardo cherries.
And then
did we show this last time about the new bicycle people?
We used the story. We did not have the visual for it. So we did talk about them. Yes.
Right. These people bike a couple hundred miles, right?
Right. It's for charity. So, and raising awareness about the naturist experience. Yes.
Okay.
And it turns out that they stopped at a bunch of pubs along the way where they were treated with indifference.
Yeah.
Because it's the UK.
All right.
Okay.
And I got this picture from a listener. What are we to make of this? You're on a camping trip. Your knees are bruised.
Well, this got you kicked off of Facebook a couple of years ago, didn't it?
Yeah.
You actually just showed the girl from Land O'Lakes and showed her elbows and got kicked off of Facebook. So what the hell is going on?
Yeah, so that's why I showed on the cocktail show, because Facebook Meta would probably kick me off.
Good job. Yep. Okay.
And it's more nudity.
Here we go.
People go to this cave and they take pictures of themselves naked in this cave. Can we? Yeah.
Can we also point out that so often when it comes to nude beaches and nude encounters, it's the people you least want to see that end up wanting to
God bless them. They don't care. They're very proud of their bodies. They don't care.
I'm kind of worried about the lighting I have right now. I'm going to step back from the camera a little bit. Good golly. I don't, I won't even show my armpits, for God's sake.
Okay.
I have one more. If you're thinking about Halloween. I have a Halloween.
Okay, this is a popular Halloween costume. Go as Ozempic.
Oh, great.
Yes, you can go as the Ozempic shot. So. There you go.
Ozempic. All right.
I have one more. Oh, yes, I have this one.
Because there have been conversations about people
About
from other
pets being
cultures,
eaten,
perhaps.
and
Yeah.
this woman says, no one's eating my pussy, okay?
There you go.
All right. And if
No
she takes that
chance.
cat off her. All right. Thanks, Ryan. All right. Leslie's got some
top
stories.
of the hour. Good heavens,
Is it?
you guys.
Oh, it is.
Coming
Tone,
up on news, traffic, weather, and sports.
weather, sports, and a lot of other shit you don't need. Yep,
There you
there it
go.
is.
So let's just run out here. I thought this was really cute because the city of New York is going on the offensive when it comes to unwanted pregnancies, specifically as they apply to rats. The New York City Council this week approved a series of new initiatives aimed at distributing birth control for rats. Over the next few months, a number of pilot programs will be using a product called ContraPest. It's a birth control product specifically designed for rodents. The drugs will be placed in special containers baited to encourage rats to ingest them. After that, city workers will track consumption and rat populations to make sure the drugs are effective. It beats, they say, putting out poison that can end up harming birds, pets, and even people.
It's just a matter of getting the rat to put the condom on. That's all they have to figure out.
Exactly. Well, and then to remember to take it every day. You got to take it every day.
It's not effective otherwise.
So, I think that should do it,
You
don't
good?
you?
You want to go and party? Yeah, I think you do.
Well,
Ellen, let's hit the button.
Good golly, this place is rocking. This barn
Yes,
is rocking.
you want to party.
And
You don't need any more of this.
We're going to keep knocking.
Here we go. Who's going to win that prize package? Who's going to win? Who? Deborah. All right, Deborah. What should she do, Alan?
Deborah, send your mailing address to Garry Meier Show at GarryMeier.com or text it to 773-888-2157. Regular charges apply. And if Leslie and all those gifts make it home and to the post office, you'll get them in the mail when the post office gets around to it.
Sandra Blitz wants to know if the Pope approved that rat contraception.
I believe so. Absolutely.
All right. Thank you, Alan. Thank you, Ryan. Leslie, thank you. Enjoy the party.
Alan and all the people here at Matt's Barn.
Matt's Barn. Enjoyed that.
MattsBarn.com. Matt. Oh, here's Matt. Look at. Oh, he's topping me off. What a host. Is that not awesome?
You're staying for the party, right?
Damn straight. Yes.
Right on. All right. Thank you,
the
Matt.
wind machine
Appreciate the
Hey, we're saving the
hospitality.
blue label for you. Where's the
Thank
black
you.
label? What's the-
I can't wait to get up there.
There's a label with your name on it.
I hope so. Here comes the cannoli down the aisle. It's complimentary. Please take it. It's delicious. And what about the schnauzer, Leslie?
Know that if your schnauzer ends up at Matt's Barn, it's going to have a good time.
Yeah. All right.
They're
I will talk
schnauzers,
to you
they're
on.
poodles. They're all sorts of things around here.
We'll talk to you on Monday. 3 in the green. Gear is down. Flaps are down. The voice of the globe, America's podcast, the GarrForce from Matt's Barn, has landed.
And that's all the news and nonsense for this week, GarrForce. Thank you for streaming.
If you like that, I got other stuff I think you're going to like. This is the GarrForce.
Please be sure to like and share the show on all of your social networks.
More eyeballs.
If you're not already a subscriber, show your support by subscribing to GarrForce Live YouTube channel. For those watching a replay, that button is right here. All the rest of our episodes, right here.
Boom.
Hello?
Shakalaka.
Did you click something?